Plenty to play for on this, the final Friday of the high school football regular season. Welcome into week 10 of Friday Night Hits. I'm Mark Whiteman. Thanks as always for joining us. Region champions to be crowned, playoff seeding to be slotted, all on the line tonight. And where else to begin but the reservation, where Gaffney and Burns, two of the favorites to win it all in a little more than a month in 5A, meeting to decide a region title in our Sparrow Financial Game of the Week. Chase Justice has the highlights.
The region crown is on the line here at the reservation as the Gaffney Indians play host to the Burns Rebels. It's a matchup between two of the most prominent teams that the upstate has to offer. Just the latest chronicle in the Burns versus Gaffney rivalry series. First drive for the Indians, Jaden McDowell gets the handoff, but Jaden Ferguson pops the ball out and jumps on the loose ball to set the Rebels up with prime field position. The ensuing possession for the Rebels, Stevens looking for Armani Weaver in the end zone, but Deontay Robbs would have other plans. Picked off by the Indians, bit of a turnover party as these two heavyweights start to feel each other out. But later on in the first quarter, the freshman phenom Trey Segarra strolls his way into the end zone to draw first blood for the Rebels, up 7-0. Burns student section can sense that region crown getting closer and closer, and so can Zy Landrum. Took all three attempts from the goal line, but the Rebels enter the half with a 17-0 lead. But Gaffney wouldn't be out of this fight just yet. Jaden McDowell would power his way in for another score to cut the lead down to just 7, but in the end, it's time to party like it's 2014. The Burns Rebels are region champs once again. Final score, 33-21.
Our guys really stepped up and knew what was going on. They studied the game. They out-prepared them. They knew their plays. And basically, they knew their checks. So we'll probably see them again. Great football team, two upstate giants.
While both of these schools have already clinched a spot in the playoffs, the Burns Rebels have just won their first region title since 2014, securing at least 2 home playoff games in Duncan. Reporting in Gaffney, I'm Chase Justice, WYFF News 4 Sports.
Chase, thank you. How about Burns? A battle of 8-1 teams in Inman, where the Chapman Panthers were eyeing a 7th straight region title, but these Broome Centurions having a special season, 1 win away from their winningest campaign since 2005. But Chapman has had the upper hand in the rivalry lately, going for a 9th straight win against Broome, and this was everything it was billed to be. Opening possession, Broome's Kamaje Brackett Brannon. Anyone need anything? KBB hitting the corner store. 25 yards for the Centurion score. On the next drive, Chapman's Coleman Gray, the quarterback, charting his own course. He'll do it himself from 14 yards out, evens the game at 7. Chapman up 21-14. Late in the half, Matthias Scott right up Main Street. Panthers take a 2-touchdown lead into halftime and moving on into the third quarter after Broome cuts the Chapman lead to 28-21. The Panthers answering back. Coleman Gray again emerging from the pack for a 24-yard touchdown. Broome would get close late, but Chapman holds on for a 38-35 win to claim the region title. And another region title to be won at Wren. The Hurricanes hosting the BHP Bears, looking to wrap up the regular season undefeated, have not done that since 2010. Marquise Henderson, this kid, special, making it look easy. 54 yards to put the Bears ahead 7-0 in the opening quarter. And into the second quarter, the Bears on the move once more, but Wren's Titus Sessions says, yeah, I got other ideas. The diving INT that ends the drive, but BHP just getting started. They go on to get a 51-14 win over Wren. Spartanburg still winless in their difficult region, hosting Dorman. Winner earns a playoff bid. Loser could still get in at large. Vikings with a terrific first half, led 21-0. Third quarter, Dorman striking quick. That was Bryce O'Neill to K.D. Hainsworth, and O'Neill to Trayvon Fernandez. Dorman's into the end zone. But check out Trenton Lynch for Spartanburg. 4 minutes left in the game, and he ices it with a big-time touchdown. Spartanburg 35, Dorman 14. The last 3 1A championships together in Simpsonville tonight. Southside Christian won back-to-back state titles at home against Christ Church, who won it all last year, both aiming to finish as the only undefeated team in Region 1 1A. The Cavaliers have won their last 5 this season. The Sabres have won their last 6, but it's Christ Church with a 7-zip halftime lead. And after a big kickoff return to start the second half, Cavaliers in close again. Deshaun Reeder fights his way in. The extra point no good, but it is 13-0 Christ Church. And on the very next drive, Tucker Hendricks back to pass. Jackson Rep comes up with it. Their second scoring connection of the night. Cavaliers storm SSC for their second straight Region 1 1A title, 34-0. What a win for Walhalla and head coach Chris Stone last Friday. Their first win against Seneca in 44 years. Trying to wrap up the campaign with a win against an explosive Pendleton team, but the Bulldogs scoring early and often. LJ Maddox is in, the first points of the night for Pendleton. And then on the approach again, Luke Gray drops it in a bucket to Abijah Webb. Bulldogs doing their thing, 54-8 the final in Walhalla. Eyes on the Sky, Sky 4 over Greer. Yellow Jackets started 1-5, but they are undefeated in region play and playing for a region title against Riverside. LaDainian Martin into the end zone gives Greer a 21-7 lead at the end of the first quarter. And into the second, this dynamic duo in the backfield of Martin and Chris Hall, they strike again. This time it's Hall on the read option keeper. Strong second half of the year for the Yellow Jackets. They claim the Region 2 4A crown, 42-21 over Riverside. 96 hasn't beaten Abbeville since 2014. The Wildcats and Panthers linking up tonight for a winner-take-all Region 1 2A title. 96 enjoying their most successful year since 2018, but Abbeville built different. Had a 14-0 halftime lead. Place was packed, no surprise. Give it a big 35 on the goal line. Altavius Patterson power shifting in, 21-0 Abbeville. Into the fourth quarter, Wildcats in the red zone could slice into the deficit. Zay King so good for 96, but he fumbles it away right there. The Panthers land on it, and a couple plays later, Joe Lewis Haddon. Night. Abbeville wraps up a region title 42-0. The Hillcrest Rams and Mr. Football finalist Avery McFadden welcoming JL Mann. Winner gets a home playoff game next week. Opening drive for Hillcrest. Rams go right down the field. There's McFadden on the receiving end of Caleb Sutton's dart. 7-0 Rams. Now it is a 14-7 game. Hillcrest still in front. Ethan Anderson and the Patriots trying to answer. Anderson picked off by McFadden. Jumps the route on the sideline. Those are always trouble. Pick 6 for the Georgia State commit. Hillcrest goes up by 2 scores, but what would you know? What an answer from Scoot Watson's Patriots. After we bounced, man went off, and they outlast the Rams 42-35. All right, just enough break for a quick timeout as we close up the first half here tonight on Friday Night Hits. Plenty more football ahead, but first, our halftime staple mic'd up. Greenville head coach Greg Porter in the spotlight tonight.
Let's go get it, man. Okay? Let's go get it, y'all. Hey, put the chicken in the microwave. Hey, the quarterback is a runner. He's not a thrower. All that hollering like you in the Pentecostal church. If you had done your job, it wouldn't have been no play. If we can stop them, we're going to go for a free kick. Hey, it's senior night. Try and get them seniors in. Hey, I've been waiting for this for 15 years.